Hi, welcome to Larry's First Impression Beer Reviews. Today I've got a variant of New Holland's Dragon's Milk. This one is the latest release of their Dragon's Milk variants. I've done a couple in the past, the white, the cherry reserve, the bourbon barrel cherry reserve, and all of them are fantastic. They're really putting this Dragon's Milk thing to the test. So let's crack this bad boy and find out what it's all about. But first, I want to rush this into a glass because I'm really looking forward to it. But first, let's take a look at what it actually is. So the label says that it is a Dragon's Milk Reserve Maple Oak Bourbon and Maple Syrup Barrel Aged Stout. So the barrels have been once used for maple and once used for bourbon. In what order? Don't know. They're definitely oak barrels, so I'm going to assume that this is going to be pretty oaky, a little bit of bourbon flavor to it, and some maple come through. So my benchmark for maple beers has got to be Sap on Tap and CBS. If you're not in Michigan, you are kind of missing out on those two if they don't distribute to you guys. So if you're not familiar with New Holland Brewing Company, they have a pub in Grand Rapids and they got a pub and a brewery in Holland, Michigan. And this one is clocking in at 11% ABV. It says that it is roasty, malty, and smooth. So let's find out. That's got a nice bourbon backbone and a maple little tail on the aroma. I like their label. They got some sort of scaling going on with the label, and the dragon is iconic. Okay, so this was bottled on 6/25/19, so that's pretty fresh. It's like almost exactly a month old, and other than how long it was aged, we are going to get in the glass and check this one out. Nothing else really to talk about as far as label. Let's get in the glass. It's pouring out a nice chocolatey coffee sort of color. The head is very, very caramely, toffee colored. It's got nice dense bubbles, and it is hanging around quite a bit. Really dark, but not black, more so like opaque, maybe even right on the verge of deep purple. So smells a little bit different in the glass. The agitation made the maple just a little bit more prevalent, but it seems like this should have more of a pungent smell. All right, so New Holland. Here's to you, and here's to your Dragon's Milk, and cheers. Yes, that is smooth. Nice, complex flavors. Wow. And a little bit of warmth when it hits the bottom. So I kind of like that because it was not boozy going down, but you definitely feel it a little bit at the back side of it in the bottom. So I like that. That's pretty good. Definitely smooth, definitely malted, roasty. I like this one because the bourbon barrel isn't like this punching you in the mouth. It could probably even use maybe a little bit more, but I like it when it's kind of subdued and it's just not overpowering. Um, the maple is kind of hidden just a little bit. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna see if I can't search for that maple hiding in this oak barrel. Wow. It's almost like every sip is a new experience. Between the woody oak flavors that are there, blended with the bourbon flavors, with a little bit of maple sneaking in there. It's very, very smooth. At 11%, it's well worth the $4.50 you're going to get for this. Who would I recommend to? Anybody who's a Dragon's Milk. Anybody who's a Dragon's Milk person. Just line them up, and I think that this was probably my favorite. Close, maybe right with the Cherry Reserve, because that has a little bit of fruitiness to it. But I love the maple in it, and I love the oakiness of the barrel, and the bourbon being just kind of very subtle and very smooth really appeals to me. So, hey, high marks for the packaging, high marks for the code date. And that, let's see if you can see the code date on there. High marks for the code date. They actually printed it in yellow so you can see it on the brown bottle. Didn't deliver what is expected. All they really said was roasty, malty, and smooth, and to give you sort of a heads up that, hey, this is aged in maple syrup and bourbon barrels. Kind of wish they would tell you how long it's been aged. It's curious. Anyway, hey, New Holland, here's to you. Cheers.